They are pretty.
The French really know how to eat outdoors.
Oh, the couscous is amazing.
Okay, I love the tart.
I'm making a picnic today for two of my friends making all French picnic dishes. I'm making Piedmont eggs, which are hard-boiled eggs in a tomato sauce with lots of garlic and some anchovies. A French tabbouleh salad. It's really made of couscous. A lobster and grapefruit salad with avocado, really fresh and interesting. Two kinds of vegetable salads that really stand up to travel well. A green bean salad with shallots and toasted almonds, and a mushroom salad with roasted mushrooms. And for dessert, a cherry cream tart with really high sides. I don't know if this is picnic weather. I have great faith that the sun's going to come out. I'm making all French picnic food, starting with a tabbouleh salad, which is not at all the real tabbouleh, but it's tabbouleh I learned from a French woman, and it's very quick and practical. This is couscous, not bulgur, which is what is usually used in Middle Eastern tabbouleh salad. 2 cups of couscous. Olive oil, 3/4 of a cup. I need 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice too. Now that sounds like a lot, but it's actually just the right amount. It's not too acidic at all. Eating outdoors is very French. Setting up tables outside, and as soon as the weather's nice, everyone eats outdoors. The lemon juice, just like it cooks fish for ceviche, it will all soak into this and it will cook it. This is going to be nice and light and fluffy, just the way you like it. As soon as the liquid is absorbed, it's done, so I'll just keep an eye on it. Now for eggs. You can't have a picnic without boiled eggs. And then uncovered to a boil, just to the boil, not beyond. And now for the marinade. Lots of garlic. I'm going to put in 6 cloves. This recipe is from my friend Philippe, whose grandfather was a starred chef. And tomato paste. Instead of tomatoes, this makes it really punchy and gutsy. 6 anchovies, I think. The anchovies from Calder in the south of France are supposed to be the best. See, this water is just about to the boil. And the idea is that you turn off the heat, slap on a lid, and then let them wait 10 minutes, and you get a perfectly cooked hard-boiled egg. Now, need a big handful of parsley. That looks very nice. Now, I've got all my peeled eggs here. I'm just going to mix this up. Just enough olive oil to get this mixed together nicely. All those flecks of green and red and white and this golden olive oil all around it, it looks very healthy. And then this just goes over top of the eggs. All this kind of food is good because it's make ahead. The whole idea with these is that they sit in that marinade and soak up the flavor. I'm just going to put these in the fridge to marinate until I'm ready for them. Back to my couscous, my faux tabbouleh. So there's no liquid left. See? And then it just fluffs right up, like cooked couscous. I should give this another name, really, because it's not at all tabbouleh when you look at what I'm about to put into it. Onions in the mix, a couple of tomatoes. I'm not bothering to peel, but I am going to take the seeds out because that would be too wet. Parsley and mint. Lots and lots and lots of herbs. Mint is so refreshing in the summer. Nice. And now lots of parsley. There, now I have all my flavorings. Onion and red pepper and tomato, mint and parsley. And then just toss it all together. Oh, it smells great. Proper tabbouleh just actually has more parsley in it than grains. But I like this because it's got lots of colors flecked all the way through it. It's like confetti. That's great. 2 dishes down. Next I'm going to make a lobster salad, a little luxury. Gilles, I like your boots. They're very chic. What do you think of mine?
They're nice.
I bought them just for buying lobster. Woo! He's trying to get away. So how do you tell a boy from a girl?
The females are always wider tails. These fins here are thin, supple, soft. Now male, larger claws.
Oh, the claws.
The male's
You're
always got a
right.
bigger
And
claw.
he's feistier too. He's got to be a boy.
Their fins here are hard, and they're much bigger.
What about flavor? The girls are sweeter.
They're
No?
supposedly sweeter.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Can you
know
tell
if
the
they-
difference?
Well, some people do. I don't.
Hey! Look at him. He's holding right on. This is not my... Oh. Where'd you get your trousers? I really like those. They
Indeed.
look great with heels. Do you know how I can get him off my coat?
Well,
Oh. How about I take 2 little ones? How many would this feed?
that'll feed me.
Feed you? 2? Do
There you
you
go.
have a bag in your shop?
Sure do.
And how do you keep them from crawling out of the car when you're...
Put them in a bag.
Put them in a bag. Stun them. I'm making French picnic food today, but it's looking a little dodgy. I'm carrying on. I have great faith in the sun coming out. I need an apron because I'm making lobster salad. Live lobster makes the best salad because the meat is very, very tender and so fresh. I'm going to steam them. I've got an inch of boiling water in the pot, seasoned with salt. You could also use seawater, and you can also boil them if you want, either way. I'm cutting off the rubber bands because I don't want them to taste like rubber. With apologies, in they go. They need 8 minutes for the first pound and then 1 minute for every additional pound. Now I'm going to go cry. They're all bright red, so I can take them out. The tail, you just squeeze together to crack and then pull apart. You get that lovely, big, long piece of meat. Should be nice little bite-sized pieces because I'm mixing it with grapefruit, which is actually classic with seafood in France. So I'm making a very light vinaigrette. You don't need to measure ingredients for this. You can just toss them in to your liking. Now, in my salad, I was debating between shallot and green onion, but green onion is going to be fresher tasting. Very thin slices. I'm just kind of judging as I go how much I want in there. Oh, it looks so great. I love the green. Parsley. I actually think I'm going to leave these leaves whole. They're small. It'll be nice to have a little bite against the rest. They look nice too. Love the smell of lemon zest. Forgetting my avocado. Just squeezing lemon juice on them immediately so they don't color. These are just perfectly ripe. This will be nice and fresh. I won't need any vinegar on this, just the fresh lemon and grapefruit juice, a little oil and salt and pepper, and it's perfect. I've got some hazelnut oil I want to try out. And it's just a nice faint nut oil. It's not a strong, heavy one. But you can use olive oil if you want to. You can use grapeseed oil if you want to. And then olive oil. So it'll be just a nice faint taste. A little je ne sais quoi. And now just salt and pepper. And I think the balance is right because lobster is very rich meat. You don't want too much avocado because it's very creamy and strong and a bit heavy. But it goes really nicely with the grapefruit, and the grapefruit freshens it all up. So you get these nice, soft, creamy bits of avocado, chewy, juicy, fruity flesh of lobster, and then squirt the freshness of the fruit, and then all those nice flavors. It's so sweet, and the nut oil on the lobster is delicious. I better pack it up before I polish it all off. That's going to be a real treat. Now, my French picnic just needs some vegetables. I'm going to make some green beans with toasted almonds and shallot, and a grilled mushroom salad. It's French picnic day in my head anyway, but not in the world, but I'm still optimistic. And I've already got a lobster and grapefruit salad and tabbouleh and hard-boiled eggs with anchovies and tomato. I'm making a grilled mushroom salad to take on my picnic. Perfect picnic food. I've got button mushrooms and oyster mushrooms just for fun. So I'll just set these on here in a jumble for now. I like mixing mushrooms because they look so nice. If they're big, you can rip them so they're roughly in the same range, size-wise. Just olive oil. I love how intense mushrooms get when they're roasted like this. They lose their water and it makes them more dense and flavorful. Even plain, humble button mushrooms. And put them caps up. You want them to get nice and golden and dense and dark. For this I need a really hot oven, 400 degrees. I'm going to make a warm dressing. Well, it's not going to be warm by the time I'm done with it, but the point is to heat the olive oil with some flavorings in it so that they infuse. Now, lots of garlic. These are all local garlics from the market. They always have such better flavor that way. Now, I just need to brave the weather for a bay leaf. I know how to pick a picnic day. They're all washed. What else do I need in here? Maybe just a sprig of thyme. Luckily, I keep that inside. Now I'm just going to heat this on the stove gently and let it sit and take on all that flavor. This is just going to get warm, and then the oil will infuse with the garlic and the bay and the thyme flavors. That will be great on the mushrooms. I'll keep an eye on that. Now, I'm making another vegetable dish too. It's green beans cooked al dente and tossed with shallot and toasted almonds. And it's great too because it's vegetables and it's fresh, but it really holds up well. So you're not having anything on a picnic that gets soggy, and that is ideal. I just want something very fine and delicate, and shallot minces so nicely. Book. All smooth. Pretty. I just want to turn down this oil and let it sit quietly. I want to drain these beans before they cook too much. Nice and bright green. I have an ice bath right here for them to go straight into. And right into my happy little dish. If you have a really fat bean, you just divide them in half like this and peel. And then you have a salad that's kind of these shoelaces. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Toast these almonds a little bit, just a couple of handfuls. They get kind of just a hint of deeper nutty flavor. You don't want them too dark. And then they get even crisper, which is so delicate, and delicate with the shallots and delicate with little haricots verts. They look so much more delicate in that shoestring way. I'm sure they taste way better too. I like those little bits of fleur de sel, and it's all crunch, crunch, crunch. 3 different crunches. Salt, almonds, and beans. Now, my mushrooms. How are you doing in there? Oh, good. You don't want to let them go too far. They shrivel up to nothing. They look like dried mushrooms. They're all nice and golden. And they do shrink up a bit, but they're not dried out. And anyway, when they get smaller, that's a good thing because they're even meatier, fleshier, and tastier. Now my marinade mixture, you just want to, when you heat the oil, because this is olive oil, you don't want it boiling because then you can make it taste bitter. You just want it just slightly warmed, and then you turn it off. Now some lemon zest, which makes it nice and bright tasting. It's all very dark, mellow flavors, and this just lifts it up a bit. And I might just add, just for fun, a little knife point of Piedmont Eggs, which is a hot pepper from the south of France. But you could also add some Italian pepperoncini, heat, in other words. I like how natural it is, you know, a little sprig of thyme in there and the bay leaves and nice meaty mushrooms floating around. Those are fantastic. My picnic is shaping up. Now I just have one more thing. Dessert. A spectacular cherry tart with high sides. I see blue sky. My little French picnic is going to work out after all. And what would a picnic be without dessert? I'm making a cherry tart, which is so simple. I've made a tart shell in a springform pan for this. And I love to do that because then you get a really high-sided tart. It looks very country, rustic. Now the first thing I need to do actually is pit these cherries. I don't have a cherry pitter. I'm going to just cut them in half. That'll be fine too. Boy, these are juicy. And I'm going to set them down humps up. Cherries are so sensual. They have that sexiness about them. Life is a bowl of cherries. In fact, the French have an expression, temps de cerises, a time of cherries, which means the good old days. I think that's enough. For my filling, a few eggs, some sugar, not too much, those cherries are really sweet, 1/3 of a cup. It's just a simple custard. In fact, it's simpler than custard. Just a drop of vanilla, not too much. And creme fraiche, not so sour cream, but has a nice tartness, which I think will be great with cherries because they're already quite sweet. That's probably a cup. And that makes a nice, thick, cream-colored custard. Voila. Now, you just pour this over the cherries. Now, I had the oven on at 400 for the tart shell. I just turned it down to 350 because I just wanted to gently cook the custard. And that's it for about 25 minutes. Now I can just get my picnic stuff ready. I knew it was going to clear up. I made Piedmont eggs, which are hard-boiled eggs in a punchy marinade, a French tabbouleh salad with couscous and loads of mint, a lobster and grapefruit salad with avocado, green bean laces with toasted almonds and shallot, roasted mushroom salad, and this great cherry cream tart. It's nice and golden, lovely yolky yellow custard with cherries peeking out from underneath. It's a perfect ending to my French picnic.
Gorgeous.
It is
beautiful.
weather.
So sunny. This morning when it was pouring rain.
Yeah, it's self-serve.
Fantastic.
I forgot the waiters.
Oh, the couscous is amazing. It's really flavorful.
On raw couscous, you pour over lemon juice and oil, and then you just let it sit, and it sucks it all in.
Yeah. So delicious, Laura.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love the lobster.
Oh, I know, isn't it
I have to say I love the tart.
What talent? Hidden talents, you didn't know that.